Welcome, everyone. Today, we will learn important vocabulary words that will help us understand informational texts. Informational texts are written to give facts, explain ideas, or teach us something new. As we go through each vocabulary word, pay attention to its meaning and example, because these words will help you become better readers and learners. Let's begin. Our next word is punctuation. Punctuation includes symbols like periods, commas, question marks, and exclamation points. These marks help us read sentences correctly and understand the writer's meaning. For example, the sentence, "Let's eat, Grandma," has a different meaning from "Let's eat, Grandma." This shows why punctuation is very important. The word context refers to the words and sentences around an unfamiliar word. Context helps us understand the meaning of words without looking them up immediately. For example, if a story says, "The thirsty traveler drank cold water," we can understand that the traveler needed a drink. Good readers always use context clues while reading. Our next vocabulary word is clue. A clue is something that helps us find an answer or understand information. Clues can be words, pictures, or details in a text. For example, if a story says the sky became dark and people opened umbrellas, those clues tell us that it is probably raining. The word infer means making a smart guess based on clues and evidence. We do not guess randomly. We use what we already know together with the information we read. For example, if a boy is carrying a wet umbrella and wearing a raincoat, we can infer that it has been raining. Determine means to find out or decide after thinking carefully. Readers determine the main idea, the meaning of a word, or the author's purpose by looking at the information in the text. Good readers do not rush. They carefully examine the details before deciding on the correct answer. Our next word is directory. A directory is a list of names, places, or information arranged in an organized way. For example, a school directory lists teachers, offices, and contact information. A directory helps people quickly find the information they need. The word almanac refers to a reference book that contains useful facts and information such as weather, calendars, maps, and important events. People use an almanac when they need reliable information. It is one of many useful reference materials. A handbook is a book that gives instructions, rules, or useful information about a specific topic. For example, a student handbook explains school rules and expectations. Reading a handbook helps us know what to do and how to follow procedures correctly. Our next vocabulary word is manual. A manual gives step-by-step instructions on how to use or operate something. For example, when you buy a new appliance, it comes with a manual that explains how to use it safely. Manuals help us avoid mistakes. The word abbreviation means a shortened form of a word or phrase. For example, DR stands for doctor, and AV stands for avenue. Abbreviations save space and make writing shorter while keeping the same meaning. An acronym is a word made from the first letters of several words. For example, NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Another example is DepEd, which means Department of Education. Acronyms make long names easier to remember.
A glossary is found at the back of many books. It lists important words and their meanings in alphabetical order. When you come across an unfamiliar word, the glossary can help you understand it quickly. Our next vocabulary word is dictionary. A dictionary contains thousands of words arranged alphabetically. It tells us the meaning, pronunciation, spelling, and sometimes examples of each word. Dictionaries are valuable tools for every learner. An encyclopedia is a reference book that provides detailed information about many topics, such as science, history, geography, and famous people. Encyclopedias help us learn facts and gain deeper knowledge about the world. The word reference means a source of information that helps us answer questions or learn new facts. Dictionaries, encyclopedias, atlases, almanacs, and glossaries are all examples of reference materials. Good readers know how to use these resources. A source is where information comes from. Sources may include books, magazines, newspapers, websites, interviews, or videos. When doing research, it is important to choose reliable and trustworthy sources. Our next word is information. Information includes facts, ideas, or details that help us learn about something. We gather information by reading books, watching educational videos, asking questions, or observing the world around us. Information helps us make good decisions. Identify means to recognize or name someone or something. For example, we can identify an animal by looking at its features. Good readers identify important details, characters, settings, and ideas while reading a text. The word organize means to arrange things in a neat and orderly way. We can organize our school supplies, our notes, or even information from a text. Organizing information makes it easier to understand and remember. Our final vocabulary word is classify. To classify means to sort things into groups based on their similarities. For example, we can classify animals into mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, or amphibians. Good readers also classify information by grouping similar ideas together. This skill helps us understand informational texts more effectively. Great job learning these vocabulary words today.